Hey, welcome to Miss Johnson channel. Miss J's back again. I'm actually decided to do several videos today. I kind of hesitate to do this video because it's a real part of my life that I have had challenges, but I definitely have overcome so many. But I do know, the Lord put it in my heart to speak about it. I was trying to wait till my book come out, but I've been writing on that book for a minute, so it's going to take a long, I don't know. Claim, believe, receive it, get done in a timely manner, but it definitely need to get done. Plus, I do believe if I need to speak up, I know it's so many women and young men and children have experienced this process in their life or probably even going through it as we speak. And I feel like we don't even wait to say anything until we grown, and it's because you feel so ashamed of what you have experienced as a young child or whatever age you may be. It's just not a good thing to go through life experiencing this situation, especially as a young age. And no matter, like I said, no matter what age you is, I'm not just saying because I was younger or you older and you experience this negative, very, very negative situation that happened to you in your life. But as a young child, you're so innocent. You look at the world from a point of view of just joy, and for somebody to come along that's close to you, and even if they're not close to you, but for my situation, very close to me, the only father I really knew until I turned 19 years of age, that would come and cause so much harm. And you don't even know that it takes a toll on you, but it really, really do. I was forced to see ugliness early on in my life. And the reason what I'm talking about is so personal and it's hurtful. But it did shape me into who the woman I am now. And that's why I've always been pretty, pretty watchful in life. And this subject, unfortunately, is called molestation. And I was molested at the age between 3 and 4 years of age by my stepfather. Unfortunately, he's no longer alive. May the Lord continue to rest his soul. And I wish death on no one. But I do believe people need to be brought to justice. And for us, as we get older, we feel ashamed, so we don't say anything. Well, I pretty much knew my mom. Felt my mom was threatened because I seen the abuse that take place. So I was always fearful to come forth and tell anybody that this had happened to me multiple times. And at least at some point I used to pray to God for this to stop. And why me of all peoples that this was done to, I was like pretty much torn apart inside. I felt like my mother could have stopped. Somebody could have stopped. Somebody could have came and saved me. I used to pray to God, like, where were you? Why wasn't you there to save me? Even though at the age of 23, he did show me that he was there the whole time. But my voice is here to say something and encourage young boys, young girls, even adults that had this happen to, that closed it in, is to reach out and say something. Because if we don't, unfortunately, these predators will continue to go on to the next person. And no telling how many people were affected by my situation because it took me so long to say something. And I didn't get the opportunity to 2018 to confront my predator because I see my predator all the time, unfortunate. It really irked me throughout the years of my life, but I had to get to a point to become empowered, to no longer allow myself to be removed, or when I see this individual not be there because I was supposed to be there. I would no longer be intimidated by this individual in my life. And I was raised by this person, so I thought it was my father. I looked at him as my father. And I still look at him as my father, but he stole a part of me that I can never, ever, ever, ever get back. So I didn't even get the opportunity to say anything to. I had enough, so overwhelmed and so frustrated throughout the years. Like, I finally just say, why? Do you think I forgot? I never forgot anything. I know the detailed information from the back of my head to the front of my head, the top of my head to the bottom of my feet, to the bottom of my feet, to the top of my head, inside out, you know. They always would call me mean. They still call me mean. I don't know. I don't believe I'm just a mean individual. But like I said, due to that experience throughout my life, it definitely affected me. It took me a long time to even watch movies when kids were being molested and stuff like that. It really hurted my heart. That's why I love kids so much. They are individuals. They are our future. And we have to make sure that they teach them communication skills, teach them to stand up for themselves and not become a hermit and hold negative things that are being done to them. We have to talk them through. If anybody ever tried to touch or do anything harmful things, so you come and tell me. I used to tell my daughter, you come and tell your mom, I don't care who it is. I'm going to believe you and I'm going to investigate and I'm going to take it to the next level, because you don't want your kids to experience such heartache and pain. I felt like I was dying inside. And I probably didn't really come clean and tell one of my sisters too. I was about 21 because she had girls and I didn't want them to experience that situation. So I said something to them. Never at that time did I confront my predator. Like I said, I was 39 years of age, really. And I'm 40 now. And I never even told my mother. I used to think that she was new at one point, but then she made a comment, if anybody ever touched my kids, I would kill them. So I pretty much believed her at that time, but it took a long time. As much as we were so close, we were so far inside of, it really shaped my views on men. The very one who, the daddy I only knew at the time for so many years of my life, was the very one who caused harm. Took that joy from that 3 to 4 year old little girl. And most people don't even remember their childhood. But when you have a traumatic experience, you will remember. When trauma is done to you, you will remember. But a lot of people still go through life not even talking about it and wonder why people are walling out, acting crazy, not who they are or who they should be. It's because that situation, whether you was molested, raped, in any event, is not something you're ever going to forget, and it can definitely tear you apart if you don't find something to grasp a hold to. I got God, and I thank the Lord that He got me through every step of the way, and it was just a process, and it's still a process because I'm so overprotective of my son. He's 22. My daughter, if he have kids, my nieces and nephews, I'm very overprotective. I don't trust people like that to be like, okay, because I know women use their own children. If they're being done wrong and children are being done, they're going to try to lure your friends in. This is the society we live in, especially with human trafficking these days. You got to be careful with your children. Really, really watchful. And I'll be on my daughter. She, oh, because what happened to you? It don't matter. It don't got nothing to do with that. If you live in a day and time where predators have more access to you more than ever today, through the social media, they can follow you on your phone. You got to be real careful, period, point blank. This video, I know it's very tough. I do ask people to like, share, and subscribe, because if we can share this video, help somebody that may be even going through this process, that person could be prosecuted. It's time to stand up and prosecute these predators. Because even these ones, they scared. They don't know. That's why we have to empower our kids to have a voice. When our kids say step back, of course you don't want to be smart-mouthed, but at the same time, you want them to be able to speak up and have the relationship where they can come and tell you anything that may be going on. And some parents may think, oh no, she's lying. I'm not saying some kids don't, but that right there is something to be investigated about. Because the signs are there, literally. That's why I want to promote my book. I'm in the process of still writing, though. It will get out there. But my mom, I used to bang my head on concrete. What child do you know bang their head on concrete? If you see your child bang your head on concrete and it don't affect that child, but I'm very, very, I'm grateful now. I'm 100% still professional. for sure, definitely. Um, so I'm very loving, caring, but I don't do that now. But those are just signs of something must be going on, and you need to be aware. Your child acting out, because they have all these diagnoses these days with the children. I know, I get that part too, but come on now. Kids don't bang their head on concrete just because something is wrong. I used to bang my head to sleep. In some of the words of my book, I used to say, I bang my head to sleep trying to get a little peace, And I hadn't even ever heard of the Middle East. That's all right. My book is in poetry form, but those are things. And you can't. I perceive him as the devil. He was my devil. He was. I don't want to really speak more ill of the. He passed away, and like I said, God rest his soul. And I did forgive. You don't forget, and sometimes people need to know that you caused a major part of sadness, loss of hope. The very man you trust is the very man that took something from you. Also, it can make you think, how you choose men in life. Some people go for father figure. I realize I date older. You go after father figure type of individuals. And sometimes you wonder why your relationship it doesn't go anywhere, fall apart. It's because you don't take no bull crap, because you've been done wrong. You refuse to let the next individual come along and take something from you that didn't belong to them from the first place, But I don't want to keep the video real long. It shaped me who I am today. I'm a strong woman, independent woman, although, we have, we love, but at the same time, for me, I can't speak for everybody. I became very detached. I can detach very well, unfortunate, due to my life and how that grew up, and that hindered a very big part of my life. So, understand whatever behaviors your children may be going through, or it don't always mean that that's a situation, but you need to open up that communication of dialogue so we can save our young children. And those who've been through the process, speak to your children, speak out, so we can capture all these predators. It's time for us to take a stand and put them predators behind bars where they belong, so they don't cause no more harm to another children. Because all you're doing is seeing a cycle of repeating, a generation of repeating behaviors, and beware of not doing these type of things in front of your children. If you're a couple and kids are just lovable, they just do what we do. That's what they do. They just like little parrots, and they want to do everything their parents do. So being molested was not the best thing as a child growing up. I got to see the world ugly early on, but it also, I don't play these games. I don't have time for the bull crap. But at the same time, it allowed me to become empowered to reach out and say something to others. Hopefully my story, not going into details, will save someone else. Hopefully allow another child or parent or whoever they may be to speak out and start being observant to our children. Be aware that things may be going on. I don't care if it's a teacher, it could be whoever. It don't got to be nobody close to you. It could be anybody. But unfortunately, my situation was someone who close to me and raised me as their own. So, well, like I said, I don't want to stay too much longer, but you can like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. How can we network together to be able to stop this situation going down in these homes, behind these closed doors, in public schools, it's wherever. We do definitely got to pray that we can stop the human trafficking that's going on in this world. But anyhow, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll definitely get back to you. May the Lord continue to keep each and every one of you guys, all those who've been through what I've been through. I pray the Lord continue to give you strength to be strong, move forth, speak out, share your story, so we can reach many people as possible. Well, we can make it. I'm making it through all things through Christ Jesus. He strengthens me. I know I cannot do this without God. All the things I've been through, no, cannot do without the Lord. Especially that situation in my life. I don't know if I would have made it without the Lord, because I felt alone by myself, dirty and unclean. And I know I was a clean. I didn't do it. I didn't tell this individual to do that. I knew that it was wrong. And eventually at some point I did say, stop, scream. But that unfortunate incident lived with me throughout my 40 years of life. It has yet to go, but it doesn't define me who I am today, but it did help shape somewhat of my character. It made me more watchful of people in this world. Well, anyway, go ahead. I'm out. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.